Warriors, Cavs. It does not get any bigger than this, folks. Folks, welcome back to Sports Talks. Folks, guys, and doesn't get any bigger than this. Cavs are down 2-0 going into tonight's game back at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, guys. And it's going to be interesting. It truly is. It's going to be an interesting game. Honestly, it really is. I was watching a little bit of the Snapchat trash talk. Guarantee half those guys aren't real Warrior fans or Cleveland fans. I'm just saying. However, I will state this, guys. This is going to be probably the most interesting series is to watch. More or less, this is going to be very interesting to see how it plays down. Because I actually read something that apparently, if the Golden State Warriors lose, they're going to be down $22 million. Fun fact, I read that. It's on the score. I'll post a link down in the description. Now, let's get to it, shall we? You got Cleveland, who's been struggling not only offensively, or not only defensively, but offensively, more or less. And that's going to be something that the Cavs are going to have to pick up. Because obviously, as I said before, in the post games, in the, aftermaths, as if you will, well, I've said it's obvious. Tristan Thompson has been slacking. J.R. Smith has been slacking. Both of them have been getting a heavy amount of minutes, if I don't say so. Oh, personally, it's going to be something that they need to take advantage of. And honestly, if the Cavs want a shot tonight, two things need to happen. Those two need to go off, and they actually have to start carrying their load. And two, LeBron needs to go off. LeBron can't be playing this weak defense because he's been stumbling the past two games. He can't be stumbling. And now, with the Warriors, it's going to be a case of keep the foot on the gas pedal. And honestly, that's what they've been doing the entire season. Or series, I should say. Entire playoffs even. They've been keeping their foot on the gas pedal. Well, and they haven't been letting up. Matter of fact, I don't know. Have the Warriors... they've been down a couple times. They've been down. And I keep forgetting they were down to the Spurs. Now, the thing with it is this. Is the Cavs obviously have a weak spot at the shooting guard position. Obviously, J.R. Smith, not the most premier shooting guard in the league. However, he does cut a lot for three-pointers. Now, that's going to be another thing. Getting J.R. Smith his shots. I was saying it right. Getting J.R. Smith his shots. Getting Kyle Korver his shots. Getting Tristan Thompson eligible to abuse their bigs. Because depending on who they put on them, whether it's going to be KD, whether it's going to be Draymond, whether it's going to be JaVale or Zaza, they need to take advantage of that. Because Tristan is going to be able to back down McGee and Zaza. Reason being, Zaza and JaVale are not necessarily known for their post defense. That's going to be big for Cleveland. And it's the fact that JaVale and people forget this about the Warriors. They don't have a very good inside game. I'll admit it. Probably the best inside game has to go to Draymond Green. Possibly. At the power forward position, I'll say maybe Draymond Green, but it's up for debate. I'd toss up Porzingis in that mix. I'd toss up... honestly, I'd toss up a couple of guys. Anthony Davis, since he got moved back, I'd toss up a couple of guys, but I wouldn't say... But that's something people need to realize that Draymond is probably their best defender. JaVale and Zaza, they're virtually nothing. They virtually just got 2 minimum contracts and said, hey, we need you to play center. You might start, you might not. And we got to remember, JaVale McGee is a Shaq in a full MVP. Give or take, Shaq and... You know what I mean. Shaq and JaVale. If you don't know that rivalry, just know that JaVale and Shaq, they had a little Twitter war or whatever, and JaVale kind of bitched at Shaq because he was on Shaq in a full so much. However, I'm going to put it to you this way. about the Warriors' inside defense. And that's something that they're going to have to force. They're not necessarily going to want Cleveland to get inside the paint. They don't want Cleveland to drive, and I think they've been doing a pretty good job of that. Now, honestly, one thing they could really be doing in terms of Golden State and in terms of making it good for them, obviously, hands down, is containing J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. They've been doing that all series. J.R. Smith, he didn't have a point. I don't think he scored the last game, did he? No, he did not, actually, from what I remember. I'm going to double check it. But from what I remember, J.R. Smith did not. No, he didn't. He only had 2 assists. Alright. Does this have the, No, it doesn't have the starting lineup. Whatever. But, nonetheless, guys, and another thing that I actually want to point out is that somebody did point this out. The Cavs were down 2-0 last year to the Warriors, and then the Warriors wound up going 3-1 on them, and then the Warriors actually blew a 3-1 lead, so had that going for you. Now, how can I put this? LeBron is not necessarily the most premier 50-point scorer, I guess you could say. All right, obviously LeBron, he's not going to drop up 50. LeBron, the thing I like about LeBron's game is that he's not only he's not only a score first, but he's also sometimes a pass first, rebound first type guy. All right, and I like that. And unfortunately for LeBron, that's something he's going to have to do. He's going to have to probably play the inside almost the entire game because Tristan, he hasn't really had the best numbers in terms of rebounds. And Kevin Love, honestly, I'll talk about him later tonight, actually, because there was a rumor saying that he's going to get traded this offseason for Paul George. I'm going to talk about what's wrong about that in a later video, but that's beside the point, guys. Back to what I was saying. LeBron has to take over. That's probably, in my opinion, the only way that Cleveland wins is if LeBron takes over and like I said, if J.R. Smith steps up, if Kyle Korver steps up, and that bench. The bench, guys, the bench has to outscore the Warriors bench because we all know, and guys, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. We all know that the Warriors bench it's again, another weak spot. The Warriors starters are going to do most of the work because obviously KD, he's going to be Finals MVP. Hands down, not Curry. All right, I know a lot of people are going to say that Curry's going to be, Finals MVP because he got a triple-double, and because he's played amazing. But KD, honestly, guys, KD has played better. And this is the way KD needs to play. Hey, why does KD need to continue to play like this? Because, honestly, this is the way KD should have been in Oklahoma City. Okay? Hey, why do I say that? Because, honestly, it felt like he really didn't give a damn. Alright? It really didn't feel like it. Then he blew the 3-1 lead. Alright? KD and Westbrook, they could have shut that door. Now KD has to shut the door with Golden State. The question is, can he? Is the Lil B curse real? I've been saying it is. I've been saying it is. People have said he's already broken the curse. Honestly, he has to win a final. In order to win. Or to break the curse. That's all I gotta say. He's gotta win a final. So far, he's up 2-0. Question is, can he shut the door, or is it going to be another 3-0 lead blown? Or a 3-1 lead, I should say. Honestly, who do I have in this game? I have to go with the Cavs. The reason being is because if they turn around and they lose this game, not only are they in a 3-0 deficit, but they're also looking from behind, and they have to win 4 straight. And obviously, that's easier said than done. Plain and simple. It's easier said than done to turn around and say, we're going to win 4 straight. Yeah, in the regular season, yes, you could. Alright, because you're not just facing the same team, but you're facing the same team 3 times in a row. Guys got to ride the momentum. They have to take these 2 games, actually. in my opinion, if the Cavs want to actually do this, they have to win these 2 games. And I think they will, honestly. Alright? Hey, but, like I said, guys, Cleveland, they have to take advantage of this. His home field advantage is J.R. Smith, all them, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. I understand that. J.R. Smith and them, and they have to go off. The bench has to outscore, or the Warriors bench. And lastly, like I said, Tristan Thompson. And you need to, Tristan Thompson, I know he's probably not going to watch this, but in the case he does, Tristan Thompson, you need to take care, and you need to abuse JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia. They cannot play defense for anything, alright? Smooth's brought it up, I've brought it up multiple times, and it's going to be, and believe me, that's going to be something that's going to be big throughout this playoff run. Alright, guys, so that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And do you guys think the Warriors are going to go 16-0 in the playoffs? I don't see it. I don't see them taking 2 games in Cleveland. No way. Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Deuces.